The systematic use of torture against detainees in these cells, some of which were waterlogged, was executed by the Special Branch, which was led by James Opio. In its report, the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission recommends the prosecution of members of this Special Branch: James Opio, James Mathenge, Sam Chelimo, Munene Muhindi, John Boro, SP Okwemba, Petke Miriti, who was a member of the 9th Parliament, G. Koskei, James Kilonzo, James Gashanja Kariuki, Christopher Karanja Tjrc, Noah Arapto, a former CID director and member of the 9th Parliament, Geoffrey Kinoti, Leonard Washira, Elias Mjomba, Thomas Tjrc, Nyaga Wambora and Benjamin Ogol. A further prosecution recommended is that of Colonel Stephen Boyo, who was serving as the commanding officer during the military intervention in Mount Elgon in 2008, during which numerous gross violations were committed by members of the Kenya Army. Retired brigadiers, the late Joseph Ndolo and Jackson Mulinge, were found to bear responsibility for the atrocities committed against civilians by the Kenyan Army during the Shifta War. Furthermore, it recommends that state security agencies, and in particular the Kenya Police, Kenya Defence Forces and the National Intelligence Service, apologize for gross violations of human rights committed, especially those of extrajudicial killings, prolonged detention and torture. In addition, majority of sexual violence during conflict was committed by state security agents, the General Service Unit, the Kenya Police, the Administration Police, the Anti-Stock Theft Unit, as well as the Kenya Military. The Wagala massacre in February 1984, according to the Tjrc report, the security operation conducted resulted in the massacre of hundreds of civilians. Numerous other atrocities were committed by state security agents, including torture, brutal beatings, rape and sexual violence, burning of houses and looting of property. The Kenya Army is held responsible for the actual execution of the massacre. The military has also been said to have played a major role in the planning of this operation. Inspector General of Police David Kimayo and the Police Service Commission have been asked to fast-track reforms in the police service, including introduction of new standard operating procedures on the use of force. These recommendations, as National Cohesion and Integration Commission Chair Mzalendo Kibunjia urges, should be implemented immediately.
When this kind of report comes, it is very, very important that they get implemented swiftly and quickly. Because if you don't do it, they will continue haunting this country and we will forget about nation building and start talking about those things that are there.
Further recommendations by the TJRC to the National Police Service Commission requires a new code of conduct and ethics in line with the Constitution. It also states disciplinary and accountability measures failure to adhere to this new code, meaning that police reforms must be realized soonest possible. Reporting for Tjrc at 7, I am Meline Miendo.